Hey friends, today we're replacing some molding that was a little rotten. So this is the kind of molding I had there, and it's at like a kind of a nice little design. But I went to Home Depot and they didn't have that. They had basically, this is as close as I can get, this rectangular molding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it so it fits in there. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Alright, so I took the table saw and set the blade like that, pretty much right at a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to do a 45, a couple 45s on here. First of all, I'm going to mark off a couple points on here on the board that I'm going to rip. Well, that one's kind of broken right there, so I guess I'll go this side. And I got this Sharpie here. Okay, so basically I'm just going to mark off a little bit where this is going to start on my board here, if I can. That should be the rough angle I'm trying to cut off there. So I get my measurements right, I can do it on this little board, and then I'll rip my big one. So I'll be right back. Okay, with the 45, I set this right at, well, it's at 2 and, what is that? 2 and 1, 5/8 looks like. A little bit over 2.5 inches there. So that's what I'm going to try to rip this at. So do that and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, as we can see, that pretty much gave us the cut we wanted right there on that side. And I'm going to do the same to the other one. I'm going to have to, looks like I'm going to have to take in just a hair. Probably right at 2.5 will get me right on that 45 on that line. So that's what I'm going to do next. Alright, so that looks like the angle we want. If we line these up, it's going to be basically identical. Now, I don't know if I need to take this notch out of there or not. Let's go over this molding and see. Alright, as we can see, I'm going to have to cut that notch out of there as well, because it's just not fitting flush. Kind of like, see how that fits in there kind of nicely. So I'm going to rip out that little chunk also, and let's go do that. Okay, so it turns out it is, I'm just doing 2.5. As you can see, 2.5 will fit in there on both sides for this one. So I'm just going to throw it in at right at 2.5, and that should give me 45s on each side, I believe. Well, is it or not? I think so. We'll find out. Okay, so I got my big molding cut, as well as this one. As you can see, it's pretty much right where we want to be here. As far as the angle is, it's pretty decent. Alright, so now I'm just going to cut out that middle part. Show you how to do that. Basically, I set this blade. I just kind of used it with the same, use this one as a template, and kind of you can see about an inch up there, and still set it at 45. And this is just set at 1 inch from the what's this thing called? Total mind blank. You know what it is. So about 1 inch from there. And so I'm going to run it on my test one, and then I'm going to do it on my main one. So we'll see how that works. Okay, I ran this on both sides there, and that's kind of what it looks like. So I'm going to go over and see if that fits or not. Okay, we are back over here, and we're testing out our piece to see if it fits or not. And that's looking pretty good, actually. So, pretty happy with that. Looks like it goes everywhere I need it to go. Yeah, fits nice. So, with that, we'll do this to my main one, and I don't know if I'm going to change any. I might just leave it like this. It doesn't look too bad. Not sure if I'm going to doctor it up at all. I mean, this one's kind of fancy how it's like rounded like that, but not really necessary, you know. This kind of looks cool too. So, just going to leave it like that, call it good. Get off the rest of this caulking and stuff. And I'm going to dress this up. It's a little bit of dry rot going on there. I don't think it's too bad. That's pretty bad. Probably just put some paint on there, paint it up real good. Maybe some Kills or something. That'll stop the dry rot, I hope. And see, this one's not all the way through, but I'm hoping once I get this on there nice, it'll be okay for a while. Okay, thanks for watching. Alright, so what I did, I went ahead and put a coat of paint on this, even though this is the back side. All the wood that we cut, which exposed the primer again, or which cut through where there wasn't any primer now, so I went over and repainted it. This is going to be the bottom. As you notice, I cut it at kind of an angle, so the water won't kind of seep up into the back part when I put this next to the house, and it'll run, hopefully just beat up here and drop off and not get back up into the siding. So what I'm going to do, there's a little bit of caulking over on the side, and I'm just going to go cut that off with my knife here, show you how to do that. Okay, so I also painted some of the parts that were a little bit of dry rot there, or rotting, and I'm just going to cut off some of this caulking here that's in the corners, if I can. It's hard to keep the proper camera angle while you're cutting here. Okay, just where it's kind of sticking out, I guess. Sticking out enough to block my molding from going back on there. Some big parts right here. Piece of wood up on here. That's obviously going to stop it, so I'll get that off of there. Alright, so I'm going to get all this off, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so here it is. I got this on here. I'm using screws to put it on. I don't know, I like screws better than nails. It seems they're easier to deal with if you want to take it back off, I guess. But I got one in there. Put another one in here real quick. Get it started. Oops. Kind of hard to do with one hand here. So I'm just kind of going through the thick of it. And not right in the corner, but off to the side a little bit, because that's where the 2x4s are in the frame. Alright, sink it in a little bit. And I'm just going to do those staggered all the way to the top and call it good. So, that's basically what you got. I'm going to run a bead of caulking, obviously, over here, and get that all done. So I think it looks pretty good. And once I get it all nice and painted, it'll work great. Thanks for watching. Alright, so I got it on there. This is kind of what it looks like. I'll let that paint dry a little bit. I was kind of in a rush here because I thought it was going to rain. It's kind of heavy mist going on here. I think it doesn't look too bad, actually, if you kind of look at it like this. I'm going to, of course, run a nice heavy bead of caulking all the way down the sides and put a nice coat of paint on that also. You want your corners to be good and protected because that's one of your weak spots, so make sure you put a lot of caulking on there and get it looking great. So I don't know if you guys want me to put a finished, yeah, sure, I'll do the caulking and everything and give a final video here of what it looks like when it's all done. Hey friends, I'm going to show you how to run a bead of caulking. I've got some molding here I just put in, and obviously you want to put caulking on here. So what I got is I got the DAP Flex crown molding. This is 60-year paint in 30 minutes, waterproof shine, ideal for wood, PVC, interior, exterior. So what we're going to do, let's see, we're going to run a bead of caulking right here. Okay, I like to get it up underneath there. Can kind of push it in there and just kind of run. If it's got a decent crack there, you can try to squirt it into the crack. If not, kind of like that. And I like to go up underneath there, do the same thing. Okay, so once you have that, I like to smooth it back up the way it came, so kind of force it up into the crack. So usually you want to use like a gloved hand. I'm just using my finger here. Probably not the best idea, but I just kind of smooth it back up that way. And it seems like if you're smoothing it up, you can kind of scrunch it up underneath there on your way up. And if you're going down, it seems to make it a little bit more troublesome maybe. So that's kind of what it looks like. Just kind of do another once over here. Just smoothing it up and in, and I like to just kind of keep going. If you do like one continuous flow all the way to the top, and basically you just want a really good seal here. Try to smooth it all out so none of that can work its way into your side of your the siding here. If you got a hardy plank, it's not as big a deal as if you have, like, I got some T111 like planking. As long as you keep it painted, it's good stuff. So you want to make sure you have a good solid water barrier here. So thanks for watching, and make sure to clean the caulking off your finger because this is probably not good for you. One thing I like about this is that you got another, 2/8 of an inch to cover your molding on the sides. So just in case your siding, if it sticks out a little further, a little more of an angle, you got a little bit more to deal with, so it's not close to the edge. And I like the how it sticks out and then the protection there. If you look at the one molding over here, I guess it's kind of good coverage, but I like how that one sticks out a little bit more for even better like weather weather protection. So another nice feature. I'm almost done. I did the caulking on here, as you can see, and once I run some paint over here, did the screw holes too. I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done painting. Okay friends, here is the finished result. As we can see, it lines up nicely, and I like how it's a little bit more of a lip here to hide the siding. Then the other one over here is kind of flush. So if we look at this one, come on, and we see only a little bit of a leeway there. If this overlaps, then it's, I guess, so water could get in there if you didn't caulk it correctly, and it's kind of sticking out a little bit. Would look kind of weird maybe. Although it seems like all of these are covered a little bit. That's almost overlapping there. So that's the old molding and what it looked like, and this is the new one that I had to recreate. Alright, thanks for watching, my friends.